All right, so I'm very excited because I've been last night I went to my first AA meeting. Well, not AA meeting, it was Internet and Technology Addict Anonymous, and I was very very happy because it's like the first time I've met or been able to go to one of these groups. I've always gone to AA meetings or Neurotics Anonymous, and I just talk about my internet addiction problems there. And for some strange reason, I never ever thought about looking for like an internet and tech addiction anonymous group. I just found out some guy in a video of No Surf talking about it. So I went there. I mean, I went to the first meeting yesterday, and then I binged the whole night because I said to myself, this is the last night. And of course, that was a bad idea. But anyway, I went to another meeting today, and they were talking about, this co-work Zoom meeting they do in the Internet Tech Addiction group. So I joined, and it's like a Zoom meeting, conference. And it's so brilliant because basically they every 30 minutes you say what you're gonna do. Everybody says what they're gonna do, and then we check back in another 30 minutes. So it's like the best co-working scenario possible, and I was like, whoa, this is powerful, this is amazing. And then I started to think, what other 12-step programs are there? So I looked, and obviously there's a ton. There's like the typical ones over, like I don't remember what's the name, but like people that eat too much, gamblers. But then I saw one that says like under earners Anonymous, and I'm like, what the hell is that? So I researched it, and it was like under earners Anonymous is basically the wording is a bit weird, or under earners, but it's really underachievers. So it's a group for people that are underachieving, procrastinating, putting off on their goals. So it's like an AA meeting to be successful. They have like time goals. You have to put your goals, you have to write the steps. I haven't gone to a meeting yet, but I'm like so excited because like the idea is amazing. It's like a 12-step program, but for success. Like, how about that? So I'm really excited, and I did like a huge list of all the potential groups that I could join. There were, I was even the Internet and Tech Addiction. I didn't find it online. I didn't find it in any of the AA meetings. That's why maybe I didn't find it before, previous years, because there was like a ton of things there, but there wasn't there wasn't one that was Internet and Tech Addiction. I just found out about it because somebody mentioned it in a No Surf video, but it's not in the directory of like all the AA type meetings. And that's kind of amazing because internet and tech addiction is like the biggest addiction in the whole world right now. And anyway, I'm really excited, about. I did a huge list of all the different groups, and it's awesome because obviously they're online. In person is also, I think, it's better, but you have to spend time in commuting there, and You have to spend time going there. It's like it's gonna take more time. So these ones are kind of nice. You can pop in, pop out. You don't even have to stay for the whole meeting. I think. I mean, nobody's gonna say anything. And but this one of under earners anonymous, like, it blew my mind, because they even have like a list of symptoms, like, like, oh, your symptoms of under earning, like you don't take your time seriously, you're not. And it's like, holy shit, like, this is what I need. This is what I need. And so I'm excited about that. I mean, they have like a ton of meetings every day. And it's kind of like a big thing, but it's like, instead of like sobriety, instead of achieving sobriety and achieving, like any type of, drug addiction or whatever, the recovery is like success. So I mean, how cool is that? So I'm excited to join the group. I mean, it's like it was made out of Debtors Anonymous. So there's like this thing called Debtors Anonymous for people that are compulsively like asking for loans. And actually I have a uncle that would fit nicely in that group. And people that are just asking loans and loans and loans. So what happened was that this group, people stopped asking for loans, but they realized that, that didn't solve their problems. Yeah, okay, you paid off your loans, you don't ask for more loans. There's something missing. So this one was created, under Earners Anonymous. And the idea is like, getting your financial life on track and basically your potential. Why aren't you becoming the vision of yourself that you want to become? Or why isn't your life going in that direction? And seeing that as a type of problem, and maybe not it's like a type of addiction. Like, I think they call it addiction to failing. I just discovered this like a few hours ago, but I'm like fascinated by the concept, because it's really like the best thing that I could have imagined could exist. But so that combined with the these co-working Zoom meetings where we do a checkup every 30 minutes, like, I'm like, whoa, game changer. And you always think, why didn't I find this earlier? But maybe not every, there's time and place for everything. There's a but stretch my feet. But here you can see a POV of my life. POV. Look at this little window there. So I did a YouTube blog. I blogged YouTube on my phone, but only for I think 20 minutes, which is enough time for me to upload a video using the YouTube app. So it's kind of nice. I can do a little vlog, upload it quickly, and at the same time, not have to worry about indulging in YouTube. So today is going to be my first day trying to completely, not do, my first day to completely try to not consume media, because in the ITAA group, Internet Tech Addicts, like, you can't even say YouTube or Twitter. You have to just call it like social media so people don't get triggered, which I think is a little silly, because if you go to other groups, I think you can say specifically like your drug. But anyway, so I just said, oh, YouTube addiction, and they said, oh, content. So I'm like, that's true, because I can say, like, I'm doing a new counter. So I'm counting every day counting, you know, the time I spent on YouTube, and well, I'm just gonna count the days that I'm not on YouTube, but I'm also gonna count the days that I don't consume any like video content, because yeah, I can block YouTube, but then I can download something on torrents, or I can, you know, find another streaming website and stream anime or stream, you know, whatever. So I just grouped everything into like video media or video consumption. So it's like, you know, stop it with the videos. You know, I've seen enough videos for one lifetime already. So yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. You know, this kind of gave me like I don't know, it gave me hope. It gave me a little glimmer of hope, because you know, it's difficult. You know, a lot of these tech addicts are people that, you know, we have a ton of free time. We have a ton of free time, and we, you know, a lot of them are entrepreneurs or work from home. I mean, post-pandemic, I mean, a ton of people work from home. So yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to learn more about this Under Earners anonymous group. Really excited about it. And yeah, I mean, I have a list of like 10 groups. You know, there's like the social anxiety groups. There's so many groups. You know, it's like any aspect of my life that I don't like, I can just find the group, a 12-step group, online meeting, and have a little accountability for that aspect of my life. I mean, so it's really interesting that you know, all these groups exist. And you know, sometimes you're afraid, because you know, when I went to one of the AA meetings in my city, well, it wasn't an AA meeting, it was a little offshoot. It was like sexual compulsion addicts. It was only like 2 people. So sometimes you're afraid that you're gonna go into a group and it's like the group is dead or something. But to my surprise, I arrived to the Internet and Tech Addict group, you know, on Zoom, like 5 minutes earlier. There was nobody. I was like, oh shit. 5 or 7 minutes later, there was like 10 people. Then another 5 minutes, there was like 15, 20 people. So I was so happy that, you know, that there is people there, because it's like typical that this type of thing, like there's nobody there or whatever. So I'm happy this stuff exists, and yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. I was just thinking, I want to build my mental, physical, and spiritual endurance every day, because I was just thinking about how, you know, we have certain like mental bandwidth that we have a day, the same way as we have like physical energy. Like if you're a lazy piece of shit every day and you suddenly like try to do a lot of work or whatever, you're gonna find yourself getting tired very easily, because your body's not used to that amount of output. So your physical endurance is low. And I was thinking that there's the same thing for the mind, you know. The more we train our mind and work out our mind every day, you know, it can be doing, you know, things that actually, it could be like memorization, it could be something that actually, you know, causes the brain to get tired. Every day, then our mental endurance is also gonna get stronger. And so I was thinking about that. I want to build my mental endurance, my physical endurance, and also my spiritual endurance. And the spiritual endurance is basically, more than anything, obviously it depends your spirituality, but meditation. That's a part of spiritual endurance. It's also mental. I think it's more mental. Obviously, it depends on what type of meditation you're doing. If it's just like blanking your mind, that's just mental. If it's a type of spiritual, thing, that's spiritual, like energetic, thing is spiritual. If you're meditating to being one with God, if you're meditating about forgiveness, you're practicing those things, and that is spiritual endurance. And then, so I was just thinking, I wanna every day, do as much exercise as I can to increase that amount of physical endurance, do as much mental work as I can, and as much spiritual work as I can. And then the nice thing is that you're gonna have that as a backdrop to your life, that strength. So maybe one day you're traveling or whatever, or you're always gonna have that strong reserve of those endurances.
Ya sabes, lo esterilizas, lo vacunas y bañadito, ¿sí?